Hey guys, it's Bizarre Individual here, and today I'm going to be bringing you my January manga and anime haul. I thought I'll just go ahead and get this out of the way. There is a small box coming, but I'm just going to include that in my next month haul. But anyways, the first title up is Your Name. I have no idea why I put off buying this so long. Yeah, heard many great things about it, and just heard how wonderful it was, and um, yeah, it was one of those titles that is just kind of super hyped, and I didn't want to be disappointed, so I think that's why I kind of put it off, but I went ahead and bought it and watched it. This movie, I want to say it's going to be definitely my second favorite anime film. It's and my first anime film is actually by the same director. It's Voices of a Distant Star. I absolutely love that movie, and when I watched this, I was thinking how wonderful it was and how it might become my first. But I do think I like that one just a little bit more. But this is an incredible title, and I was blown away and definitely not disappointed. Next up, Steins Gate. I started this and I just need more time to watch it, but it was interesting and definitely confusing the first two episodes. But in all the comments, it said to keep going with this, and yeah, it was on Amazon randomly for $11.99. So definitely had to grab that. And I'm actually in love with these Blu-ray DVD combo packs. Like this original price is was like $2 more than the DVD, so I think I'm gonna start looking into be getting these when I see them. So yeah. Next up, just filling in gaps, got Sayuki. Sorry about the glare. Sayuki Reload Volume 3. Now in my the first three, I guess, parts, I'm missing the last DVD in Reload, and then I'm missing Reload Gunlock. I think Volume 3, or I'm not sure which one in Gunlock, but I need to look it up online. The cheapest I could find it was $28, so I may just bite the bullet and buy it. But this one I got for $3, so. Next up, I was not expecting to find these at all. But I got the whole entire thing of Boys Over Flowers in these old Viz DVD editions. And I swore I had all of them, but I'm actually missing volume 10, so I'm gonna eventually track that down. Really happy to find these. Don't know if I said this or not, but this is I've been definitely filled in a lot of gaps this month. So that was my initial goal. So I went to a pawn shop about an hour away from me with one of my friends. We went and we sightseed, and yeah, we stopped at this little pawn shop. And the first part of this, I already have the second part, and the first part is rare and out of print, and couldn't find it anywhere. And I literally got both of these together for the same price that I paid for just the second part. So yeah, happy to fill in that gap. Happy that I actually found this. If you watch my clamp haul, I actually bought that at the same place that I got the Cardcaptor Sakura, the second movie. Next up, I'm been wanting to get this volume for years. It was actually on my completion challenge for this year, and I finally got it, volume 5. This is definitely a title that I was willing to pay more than the cover price, which is rare for me, but I paid like 20 something dollars, but it was definitely worth it. I can finally see how it ends. I've had this was probably one of my, if not my third or fourth title. It's actually a manhwa, a Korean comic, but yeah, in my collection, I got volumes 1 through 3, and then there's like a huge gap of I want to say 3 or 4 years, and then 4 came out, and I guess this one slipped through me when Borders went under business. I don't know if I just missed it or if it came out like after Borders, but yeah, I finally have it, and it sucks because this is volume 5, and they have 6 volumes in the series, so of course Tokyo Pop had to cut off like in the last one, but you know, and as you can see, there's a bookmark, and I've been waiting to read the last little bit because I don't want it to end. So if I can ever find a place that sells Korean comics and I can ever find volume 6, I would just be like the happiest guy ever. But yeah. Next up, The Dreaming. I would always see this at the used bookstore, the one that I traded everything in. So I kind of got this for free, but I didn't know it was just 3 volumes. It was just sitting there, and once I found out it was 3 volumes, I definitely decided to give it a go. So, yeah. I love my completed series. Next up, this is just a one-shot. In the end, it's about this bi-punk. Haven't read it yet, but Tokyo Pop BL just looked interesting to me, so thought I'd grab it. Next up, this one is definitely a guilty pleasure, and it was really cheap, so I just decided to grab it. Normally, I'm not big into wanting to expect something, but I feel like this story would have been better if it went along the same lines as everything else. I need to explain that better, but it literally already jumped in the story where they were a student teacher were already together. So I think I would have enjoyed it better if it like led up to it and there was only like one sex scene, because this is literally it's like a sex scene on page 3, and then there's, if all you want is a whole bunch of sex, then definitely get this book. But I mean, it was interesting. It aimed to please. So next up, just filling in my gaps in Banana Fish. I got volume 5, volume 6, and volume 7. And now I'm just missing volume 3, and which I found out it's like the rarest one. I'm not sure about the later volumes, but it's really rare. And then I'll have 1 through 7 so I can read it, but I might just go ahead and try to see if I can understand it by just skipping over that. But yeah, oh yeah, and the anime is coming out for this, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that they're going to republish this. Even in omnibus form, that would be wonderful. So next up, to add to my Tenchi collection, since I just got, a Tenchi spinoff, decided to just get a couple random single issues. They were only $1, so do them out of order, but it'll be okay. But yeah, I have some of this manga. I would love to get it all, but just thought that would just be neat to add to the collection. Okay, next up, like in IMVU, this is Soul to Soul. Had the first 3 volumes forever, and recently bought volume 5. Yeah, volume 5 about 6 months ago, but they still had volume 5 up on that stuff, but then this one was out of print, so I had to track this one down. Don't remember how much I spent on it, but I think it was a little bit more of a cover price, but to fill in a gap of a series that I really enjoyed. This is another manga, but what's kind of neat about it is that they mentioned a town that an IMVU that visited was Seoul, so I know it's the same country and all, but to continue the story in my mind, I just pretend like these are different people in that city, and then they visited it. But I'm really weird, just leave me alone. But anyways, yeah, happy to continue the story. I only read obviously 1 through 3, and I want to reread it. So yeah, looking forward to that. I remember really enjoying that, but it was like, I want to say 7 years ago since last time I read that. Just filling in gaps. I never thought I would find this, but I got volume 1. Just wanted to compare the. Sorry about that. Just wanted to compare the author's other work of she did Hot Gimmick, and so I thought I'd pick up Honey Hunt. I got 1 through 6, which says in back here to be continued, but it's actually the last volume. I don't know how bad of I heard that it didn't include, like, it didn't finish, but it went on hiatus in 2018 and she started working on other work, so it's definitely complete, which in a way I'm glad that I have it complete, but I'll probably get to the end of the story and want to know why, but that's what fan fiction is for. Okay, next up, Genshin volumes, I forgot which one this was, 3, and I got volume 7. So the first part, I'm only missing, I want to say 4 and 9, and then I'll have all, I'm so sorry about this, I don't even know. I'll have the full thing, and yeah. My little pile over here is getting super huge, I need to actually move over. Okay, next up, GTO Volume 5, or Volume 3, sorry, so now I have 1 through 5 is what I was thinking. But yeah, I'm going to regret buying all the... It's like I regret it in note, because I really just want to get a whole lot of this, the full thing, and don't really care how much it is, even if it's like, $200 or a little bit more, but I think that's one of my goals this year, is just to buy the whole entire thing of this, because I really enjoy it, so yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all the single issues. Next up, I didn't know how far they translated the, this is what started the Slayers. They have 14 light novels, so this is light novel 3, and then light novel 4, and I have 1 and 2, and thought that was pretty much all they translated and all I was going to get. And I found these for $1 each, and since I traded all that stuff, it's pretty much free, so yeah. And one of the challenges is read a light novel, so it just might well be one of those. So I'm almost finished, guys. Next up, I got volumes 1 through 15 of Get Backers. The anime has been sitting on my shelf for a while, haven't watched it yet, and that definitely needs to change soon. One of my goals for this year is to complete everything in my collection, so yeah. The really neat thing about this is, when I was reading about it, is that the artist that did Soul Eater was an apprentice to the maker of I think the art of this guy right here. So yeah, it was just an interesting little fact that I found. I got 1 through 15. I'm not going to go through all of them, but these are out of print. There's 25 volumes, and they did put them all in English, but pretty happy to get 1 through 15, especially a series I don't really know much about. And if I get the rest, then I get the rest. If not, then not too worried about it, but happy to add this to my collection. So yeah, then this was my January haul, you guys, and yeah, thanks for watching.